Hey guys, welcome to the fourth episode of this third person shooter series. So in this video we will be creating the firing system for our this game. So the first thing you have to do right here is go under our camera. In the camera base you have to create an empty object which you have to name it as firing position, and then you have to just move it like forward right here, and then you have to go in our player and go to our player controller script. Okay, so when the script is open you have to do a few things. So what we are basically doing is firing a raycast from this point, which it will fire a raycast like there. And when this fire a raycast, we will detect if we have any object in front of here, and if this there is an object, it will show us our, if it is enemy it will destroy it, if it is not it will do nothing. And okay, so in here you have to just add this space and 10, you have to give the space of 10 and public game object, and we have to write here our firing pause. Okay, so right here you have to write if input dot get mouse button. So if we get mouse button 0, which is our left click and is aiming, if we are aiming and we get our left click, so our player will hit a raycast just like that. Okay, so it will hit a raycast from the point we have created firing position, and also here you have to choose firing position, and here you have to type the range of the bullet from which to which range we shoot our projectile. So in here, if the tag is enemy, if we are shooting at enemy, then we have to just disable that. We are doing for now because we do not have any animations, but we will absolutely do this later. So if hit dot transform dot game object dot set active false. Okay, so what we will do, it will, when we click our left click and we are aiming, it will fire a raycast, and its range will be 10, and if we are shooting at enemy, then it will disable it. Okay, so now we have to create here an empty like cylinder right here, and then we have to tag this as enemy. Let's create a new tag enemy and put it inside of this. Okay, if we fire here, this will be disabled. So there's a simple thing, we have to put this fire position in here, and if we play this, we will see if we fire wait a second, if we click here, it will just disabled. One more thing we have to do here is the crosshair. So we will create a UI and image, and then we will just make it in the center and name it as crosshair. I have created one crosshair and I will put this in the link in the description, you can download it from there. So you have to just import this, then wait a second, you have to create a new folder, name as sprites, and just put it inside of it. Okay, so this is the crosshair, we'll put it inside of here. So this is looking kind of good, we can just change the color of this. Okay, so when we play it, you can see our player is moving here, second, let's see here, and if I click press, it will just disabled. So that's the thing we are looking for. Okay, so the next thing we have to do here is we have to add an animation here of firing. When we click press, our player will just do the firing animation. So for that you have to import animation. I will also put the link in the description so you can download from there. Okay, so this is the animation. You have to go to rig humanoid and create from this model, apply, and then you have to just apply it, and also just make this in the original so it will face in the forward direction. Okay, so this is the thing. We have to go to layers and create a new layer which we will name at firing. Okay, so one more thing we have to do here is we have to create an avatar mask, and we will name it as fire or firing mask, and we have to click in humanoid and we have to disable legs and this thing. Okay, then you have to go to our firing and set this avatar mask that we have created right here. Okay, so in this layer we have our these animations, and in this layer we have nothing for now. So we will just add the aim idle which we have added in the last video, and then we will add the stand continues, sorry, aiming firing continues. We will then create a new transition from here, and from firing to aim, and then we will just create a new bool which we will name as fire, and then we will add our fire. If fire is true, it will play this animation, and if it is not, okay, if it is not, it will come back to the aim idle. So now the thing we have to do is enable this firing animation, and the other thing we have to do is set this weight. When we set this weight, it will switch from this animation to this state, from this layer, sorry, to this layer. Okay, this, as we have also set this mask, so this means that this layer will only follow these things like head and body and arms. So let's do it. It is seems to be too much difficult, but it is not. So we have to set if player animator dot, and if we are in the we are pressing the mouse button, we will set bool, and we will name it as fire comma true. Okay, if we are aiming, we will just set this to true, and if we are not, we will just set this to false. We'll set this to false. Okay, if we are pressing it, we will just set this to true. If we are not, we will just set this to false, I mean this animation. So if we go to our Visual Studio, you will, one thing you have to write here, when we are aiming, you have to set this weight to 1. So let's do it. Okay, here you have to write player animator dot set weight, set layer weight, sorry, and 1, which is our index. So this is 0, this is 1, so we have set the weight of 1 with index to 1. Okay, so you have to copy this, and when we are press up button when we are not aiming, so we will set it to 0. If we are aiming, we will set the layer weight to 1, and if we are not, we will set it to 0. So that's kind of great. Let's play this and check if it is working correctly. Okay, if we right click and press click, you can see this is working perfectly fine. Yes. Okay, that's the thing we are looking for, and we can move here and there, and we can fire. Okay, So the next thing we have to do here is we have to import a package which is Muzzle Flash. I will also put the link in the description, you can download it from there. Okay, Muzzle Flash is imported. You have to go to prefabs and put it in here. Okay, so what this is just a firing animation which we have to go to our player, hips and spine, spine 1 and neck, head and sorry not head, left shoulder, left arm, left forearm, hand, and in the aiming gun. So this is the gun that we have created for aiming, so we will add this fire in here. Okay, so let's play and check where it is firing. So that is good. Okay, so we have to just align it. Okay, so we have aligned that. We have to disable this and save it. Let's go to our Visual Studio. One thing we have to do here is we have to call the Muzzle Flash which we have just imported. Muzzle Flash. Okay, and when we are firing, the Muzzle Flash will be activated. Muzzle Flash dot set active true, and if we are not, it will just set to false. Okay, so we have to go to our player and set it inside of here, and also don't forget to disable this. Let's play this and see if it is working correctly. Okay, if we just press fire, it is just making this, which is kind of great. Wait a second, let's okay, so this is kind of great. Yeah, so I think one more thing that we have to align is in our camera, our firing position. We have to just make it a little bit more closer, because when we are close to an object, we will not just fire at it, just like in the previous play. Wait a second, let's this. Okay, so this is great, right? So I think that's it for today video. So in the next video we will add the reloading system, we will add the ammo UI, so how much ammo we have left and other things like that. So that's it. Thanks for watching this video. Goodbye. I will meet you in the next video.